Hello and good afternoon. Joe Justice here, coming to you live from Charleston. It is August 7th, 2023. It's Monday. I like to call that Motivation Monday. I have got some new exciting music coming to you today. I really like this song. This was a track that reminds me of the old video game Doom. And everyone was telling me, you know what, Joe, you need to be a little bit more high energy. You need to have more impact. You need to really come and bring the power. So I thought I would do just that with this music here today. You are listening to the Kahle Valley Hustlers podcast, and I want to let you know right there in the comments, you will see a link to an upcoming event that I'm going to be doing with Up Next Charlie West, and it's called An Inoculation Against Agency BS. And I don't mean to pick on agencies. I just want to make sure that's clear real quick. We're going to be talking about marketing. We're going to be talking about what to get ready, what kind of prerequisites you need before you ever show up to an agency, because they won't always help you out with that stuff. That's not always what they're designed to do. There's a lot of agencies out there that aren't going to help you out, help you maximize your ad spends, and this will kind of give you that little head start that you need to get into that world. I want to help you out with that. And again, just want to make it clear, I know lots of guys that run agencies and lots of women that run agencies. They do a great job, but this will really help you out if you join us and be part of that. And you'll learn a little bit about what you need to do in order to prepare yourself for before you ever get in front of an agency. Today, I want to introduce you to a very cool guy that I met a while back, and we've been doing a couple things together, and I thought he would be perfect for the podcast. He's right here in Charleston over at UC. His name is Dr. Travis Kahle. He is the director of the Innovation Center over at UC. So we're going to figure out what exactly the Innovation Center is, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. But before we get into the details, I'm going to bring him up here, and I'm going to say, Travis, what's your hustle, buddy?
Hey, Joe, it's great to be here. Innovation, that's my hustle.
I can tell that. Absolutely, for sure. Tell me a little bit about what the Innovation Center actually is over at UC.
Sure. Well, the Innovation Center's been here since 2017. So we're still relatively new. But in a sense, we exist to promote innovation at the UC community, in the Charleston community, even all throughout Appalachia. And that sounds like a really, really big mission, right? To promote innovation throughout Appalachia. But what we're trying to do is to teach people to think a little bit differently. We're trying to give them methods and tools to be creative and to go out and do something with those ideas once they have those ideas.
So are you looking to bridge that gap between the people that have those kind of wild, audacious, the kind of ideas that everybody says that's silly, and the actual real world implementation?
Yeah, that's it. And also not only the big audacious breakthrough ideas. So a little innovation tidbit, we call that Brinnovation, breakthrough innovation. So it's not just Brinnovation. We're also looking at the incremental ideas too, that just might make a process a little bit better, or a product, or just some sort of program a little bit better, and actually bring that to fruition. And as you alluded to there, it is a process. Yeah.
Okay, so I see. So this might be for something that's already maybe they've got some kind of a manufacturing system already in place, but maybe they've heard about 3D printing or something like that, and they want to see how that could improve their process. Is that it?
Yeah, so we would use something like 3D printing as quick, rapid prototyping. We don't have heavy manufacturing machinery here at UC. Now, we have some neighbors down the road that do, such as the Marshall Advanced Manufacturing Center. So we've actually partnered with them in the past. If we had somebody that really needed to make something on a large scale, we can help people take ideas and do some rapid prototyping. 3D printing is one of the big ways. Sometimes you just do it digitally. So we have a digital design studio where they can put their ideas on paper. We even have something called the Brick Invent Idea Studio, and it's a Lego studio. Now, it's not all about building things, although that's a big part of it. It's also just about we do different programs to help people think a little bit differently and try to spark their creative juices. But yeah, we do have the ability here on campus to do rapid prototyping.
That's very cool. And I know you've got now school starts here in just a couple of weeks, right?
It's 2 weeks from today. That's right.
2 weeks from today, man, I feel like I just got ahead so that I can enjoy my summer vacation, and now, bam, it's just going to come to an end.
Yep, that's it.
So now you've got some innovation scholars that are coming up.
Yeah, so ever since the Innovation Center opened back in 2017, we had the Innovation Scholar Program, and it was always set aside to be this group of kind of an elite, prestigious group of students who would uh, kind of carry out our mission in the Innovation Center out into the world. So they do things like workshops. We have something called an Innovation Labs program where they can do workshops for students on campus or out in the community. And uh, we have already done some innovation labs with local high schools and elementary schools. We're going to expand that this year. So you might see our innovation scholars in a high school near you soon.
That's cool. Now, what's it take to become an innovation scholar?
Yeah, the actual qualifications is just that we want you to have a 3.0 at least, but academic performance is not necessarily the be all and end all. What we're looking for is people who have the ability to be creative and who have the ability, they have some of that self-starter personality, what you might see in a successful entrepreneur. So we're looking for people who have the creativity and they're willing to work hard to go carry it out.
Now, Travis, tell me, do you guys do? I know that you help out with these kind of innovative steps and improving processes, or reaching that next leap. Do you guys offer any kind of like business training, any kind of like entrepreneurial type
Yeah,
training for starting a business and running a business?
we do some of that. So you brought up something that is really near and dear to our heart. So since the Innovation Center started, we've always provided support for businesses or people who wanted to start a business. And of course, that has primarily been focused on campus groups, students and staff, but we've also helped outside groups in the past as well. Now, what happened actually just this past summer? The process started about a year ago, but it takes a while to build things. So we just started the Downtown Innovation Hub on
Right.
Capitol Street.
Right,
And
you're right, and that's right there on Capitol Street where the old Chesapeake Bagel used to be. Now, just to be clear, that's separate from the Innovation Center that
that's
you're the director of, right?
That's separate, same department. But what we basically did is we split our on campus innovation efforts versus the support that we give to businesses. So what they do at the downtown hub is it acts like a business accelerator. So they have some minimum qualifications. It's not for pure startups and that's because there's already a lot of support for startups out
Right,
there.
right.
We
It's
didn't.
that getting that next level. There's not a whole lot of people to help out with that, right?
That's right. That's right. So we have a couple business coaches who work down there. Some really brilliant guys and gals. And what they do down there is they take those businesses through a cohorts of businesses, excuse me, through 6 different modules, and it's intended again to accelerate their business, take them to that next level. What do they need to do? How much money is it going to take? How are they going to carry out their marketing activities? So that's what they teach down at the Downtown Innovation Hub.
That's very cool. That's very cool. So tell me real quick here, how is it that you got involved with the Innovation Hub, or the Innovation Center? How long have you been in charge of it? And tell me how you got involved in that type of work.
Yeah, so got involved in January. I've been in higher ed for the past 10 years, or well, a little longer than that now, almost pushing 12 years now. But for a good portion of that, so for almost a decade, I was in career services. And I was the director of career services here at University of Charleston for 5 years. Then I moved over and did the same job at West Virginia State University. And and that was going well, but they actually, because of this Downtown Innovation Hub opening, they had to expand the staff here at the University of Charleston, and I had always been on the periphery involved with innovation when I was here in career services. So I assisted with some events we have, like our I3 Innovation Showcase, and I helped the students in their professional development, the innovation scholars. And so when this position opened up for the innovation director of the Innovation Center, yeah, I got a call and they said, "Would you be interested?" And I said, "Well, I've always admired what you did in the Innovation Center, so I am interested. I'm willing to listen to what you have to say." And long story short, it was opportunity I couldn't pass up. I mean, some of the things that we get to do here in the Innovation Center are just truly incredible and very impactful. And so, yeah, I came over in January, and I've been doing it ever since.
Oh, that's awesome. And I now want to ask you, I'm going to put you on the spot here
Okay.
as we begin to wrap up here. What is your favorite thing in the Innovation Center? What do you think has the most impact?
That's wow, that's a big question you say for the end. I I think let me answer it in two ways. I think the Innovation Scholar program has the biggest impact because what we're doing is teaching a small group of students who go out and they bring innovation to larger groups out in the community. So I think the Scholar program is probably the most impactful thing we do. But we have so many just really interesting programs. For example, we mentioned the Lego Studio, the Brick Invent Lego Studio, but we've also got a drone flight and construction lab. We have a fully functioning podcast studio, just got recently remodeled. So
I might need to swing over there sometime.
You're welcome. Come by and see it sometime. So we have this a lot of different areas of innovation. It's not all about making a new product. Like people think innovation's coming up with some new iPhone or something like that. That's part of innovation, but that's just one piece of innovation. So we try to provide resources in a large variety of areas so students can explore all those areas and be creative and in however they want to be creative.
Awesome. Travis, I want to thank you so much for coming on board with us here today. Is there any other things you'd like to mention before we hop off here?
Joe, I just want to say it's been a pleasure. I love your show. I'm very feel fortunate I was able to be a part of it, and come over and see that podcast studio sometime.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that for sure. Hang on for just a second. I'll be right back and say goodbye to everybody.
Sounds good.
Thank you all so much for watching here today. Again, you can learn some more about just go to UC's website. You can learn a little bit more about the Innovation Center over there at UC and see what Dr. Travis Kahle has been up to. I want to remind you there in the comments, there is a registration for my event coming up next month at Up Next Charlie West, the inoculation against agency BS. And again, I'm not bashing agencies and marketing agencies. I just want to make sure everybody has a little bit of a prerequisite for what they need to know before they bring their ideas to agencies so that they can get the max savvy spins on their money. Thank you so much for watching today. See you again later this week. We'll have some more Kahle Valley Hustlers. Bye-bye for now.